in the early 1920s, H.L. Mencken, the greatest American political philosopher this country has ever known, said that Europeans don't realize elections in America don't matter. We know that the general zeitgeist of things, the people who actually run America, the people who actually have the connections and the power, the same things they'll make happen regardless of who the president is. So therefore we get to enjoy the spectacle. In that spirit, enjoy these selection clips from the 2024 debate of two presidents, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. If you'd like a longer perspective, check out my Substack, where I have a whole different way, I think a better way of running this show. I just published my Exotic Jewish History series, and you'll get to see what worlds were like in China, in India, in Ethiopia, in the Khazarian convert kingdom, all different kinds of worlds throughout the last 3,500 years. Then come back to my Substack to see how we can apply these lessons to today. Enjoy the following clips from our most recent two presidents.
Unfortunately, it's driven up my numbers.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
I've never seen anybody lie like this guy. He lies. I've never seen it. He could look you in the face.
I provided for the idea that any black family, first-time home buyer, should get a $10,000. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters. It's just ridiculous.
If he wins this election, our country doesn't have a chance, not even a chance, of coming out of this rut. We probably won't have a country left anymore.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet.
Just take a look at what he says he is, and take a look at what he is.
You're destroying our country.
So, President Trump, you have 67 seconds left. The question was, what are you going to do to help Americans in the throes of addiction right now who are struggling to get the treatment they need?
You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you continued, you appealed and appealed to courts all across the country. Not one single court in America said any of your claims had any merit, state or local, none. But you continue to provoke this lie about somehow there's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. There is no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt whether you'll accept it because you're such a whiner. The idea, if you lose again, you accepting anything, you can't stand the loss. Something snapped in you.
We got great equipment. We bought the certain dog that's the most incredible thing that you've ever seen. We knock on wood wherever we may have wood.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. That he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
Let's not act like children.
You are a child.
He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And Kim Jong-un and President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want. There's a thing called Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all, and required response. The idea.
I wish he was a great president, because I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be at one of my many places enjoying myself.
Anderson Cooper and Aaron Burnett starts now on CNN.
And then CNN literally turned off the volume just so we get to watch them squirm. That's the only penalty we give to those who would make themselves kings over us, demanding that we sacrifice ourselves as pawns. That for a few minutes every 4 years, we get to stare at them. So those are the fake options we have. They don't matter for anything. It's why we're trying to build a movement, a real movement, a movement, to borrow a cliche, of the people, by the people, for the people. And for which reason, by the way, and everybody in the world is invited to this, not just Americans, for which reason, if you go to my Substack, where you could get the Exotic Jewish History series for free, if some of the old sections are paywalled, if some of the old articles are paywalled and you want to see them, send me an email. I'll send you a copy of that particular one. In addition, anybody who wants to join our Substack group and can't afford the regular membership is invited to join at whatever level you like. You just send me an email letting me know, and you also get the Exotic Jewish History series for free with your membership. Welcome aboard. We can, we will, and we must make it better.